was doing some macro photography in this area the other day when I happened to notice a habit of mine. I love a portrait shot. I love getting right in there up close and just filling the frame with the subject. But it struck me that there are times when stepping back and going wider can create a very different impact. A wider view can introduce a sense of scale, a small subject existing within a much bigger world. So I decided to give it a try and took a shot with a slightly wider approach. And the results surprised me. The portrait image had this kind of intimacy, but the horizontal frame introduced something else entirely. A feeling of isolation, a small glimmer in the darkness. The contrast really resonated with me, and I knew this is something that I wanted to explore a bit further. And luckily I have found a few more tiny subjects. Now, I know a few of you have been asking me, Courtney, it is winter, it is February, how on earth are you finding so many tiny little funguses? Our winter has been pretty mild and wet, apart from a brief cold spell at the beginning of last month. And so we've also had some high humidity as well, which means that these little guys have just been popping up absolutely everywhere. And it's just a case of knowing where to find them. It's a pretty dark day, so I've had to use a white light just to help expose my subject, and I've popped a diffuser on so that the light is super soft. Otherwise, these two funguses are perched right on the edge of this mossy branch, and I'm looking up at them slightly, and it gives them this feeling of importance or victory. I'm using a very cool white balance to give this image a very blue, nighttime kind of moody feel that I quite like. And it's very interesting because I don't really know how much space to give my subject. How far back do I go? And so this really is just a process of experimentation. I try to see every image as an experimentation. An original idea such as a minimal, highly contrasted image may end up being something very different by the end of the process, as I learn what works and what doesn't in creating the images I desire. So I've been tinkering with this scene for a really long time now, and I have a vision in mind and I'm just not quite getting there, I think. So I'm just gonna have to take the photo and then review it later in post and see what could I have done differently. But I've put some moss in between the camera and this fungus to create a foreground element, because I was really struggling to hide the lights with the original composition. No matter where I put them, you could see those lights, and here it just hides them and keeps them out of the way. I didn't really anticipate how difficult it would be going wider in hiding the lighting, because I do like to play with lighting, especially on a day like today where it's quite overcast and dull, and it's a challenge getting it out of the way. I think in some cases it's still absolutely possible to work with lighting while going slightly wider. It really just depends on the scene. For example, this scene here, I'm going to blend a few images together, and therefore I'm going to be able to mask out the lighting and it's not going to become a big issue. So I'm attempting to use this branch this fungus is on as a leading line in the foreground to draw your eye to the image, and I'm trying to help that along a bit by lighting up the fungus so it's the brightest part of the image so your eye instantly goes to it. Now what I want to play around with is using a warm orange light to also light not only the fungus to give it some colour, but parts of the branch as well, to help lead your eye to the subject. This is going to take a few stacks, a few images blended together in post to see if that works or not. Although I felt the previous image worked well, I don't think I truly connected with the next few that I experimented with. I continued to allow more space in the frame, but I think there are times where it brings in far too much background detail for my liking. Do you see over in the distance there, this little tiny white spot, this speck? That is a fungus. I'm about 90% sure that is a fungus. Oh my god, it actually is! That is some impressive fungi spotting by me. I'm going to create a similar image to the one I did earlier, where I painted with a warm tone some light on the subject and the branch it was on. I'm quite enjoying this wider, slightly wider perspective. I think it changes the story, and the story will range from subject scene to scene. However, when I'm up close, it's more about the intimacy, the detail. However, going slightly wider, you incorporate other elements of the landscape in, such as a pile of twigs and there's a fungus growing on it. You know, all of this moss and there's a fungus hiding within it. And so instead of detail and intimacy, it becomes more about presence, in my opinion. And I think that's quite an intriguing sort of theme to run with. I continued to find many fungi about, and so I took a few images off camera and I was able to utilise the natural light a little more as the weather had picked up. And I found that a wider scene worked with certain scenes, but there were other scenes where I really just wanted to get closer. I think this scene here works really well because although I haven't given excessive space around the edges of the frame, I've included more than one fungi and it therefore gives a sense of scale. I think this image here could have been a bit more interesting had I experimented with lighting some of the twigs in the background as well, specifically on the left-hand side of the scene, to create a kind of web-like feel. However, it also could have overwhelmed the scene as well. It's just an idea I had once I'd got home and looked at the photo on the computer and thought, oh hey, I kind of feel the need to put something in that space. So maybe it's an idea for a future shot if I find myself with a similar composition. But I think overall this little experimentation has reminded me to make sure to take some time on location to explore as many different perspectives and angles as possible. And some scenes will suit going wider and others won't. It may be interesting to find just one subject or one scene, a micro landscape, and to just start really wide and then work my way in, taking photos at different angles and perspectives to see how imaginative I can get and how many images could I get from one single scene. I'm pretty impressed by the amounts of fungus I have found in this video for February. Although the temperature is due to drop, I imagine I won't really be finding this many or any at all from beyond this point, but we are crawling towards spring, so hopefully other things start to pop up and grow around the forest. That will be of interest. Although I am going to miss at least the first half of spring, as I'm going to be traveling abroad, and I have a feeling that I'm going to miss prime time, sort of peak bluebell and wild garlic this year, which will be a shame, but it will be worth it. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, not yet anyway. Anyway, I'm rambling, so yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next time. You can exit now. Just click the little button or go back to the YouTube homepage and go watch something else. I'm just gonna apparently sit here really awkwardly.